People often ask me, so Brendan, how do I get ahead? I've been struggling, pushing hard, hitting the same wall again and again, and I can't seem to find my breakthrough. I don't know what to do next or how to think about my next steps. Maybe you've been trying something for a long time and it's still not showing results. So what are the key ideas, the real strategies, the things you need to bring into your life to finally move to that next level? After studying this for over 17 years, it always seems to come back to 5 things. The first one is awareness, or what I like to call consciousness. It's about becoming more awake to who you are and what you truly want. Some people prefer the word clarity, but I like consciousness better because you can't be clear about anything in your life if you're not fully present and aware of it. So if you're wondering how to get ahead, start by asking, what do you actually want to move toward? Is that really what you want? So many people say, I just want to get ahead. And I ask, what does that mean? They say, well, I want to make more money. Great, but make money doing what? And they'll say, I'll just try to move up in my current job. But then I ask, is that job what you really want to be doing? Because sometimes the busy work you fill your days with isn't your life's work. It's not your true passion or calling. Real work, the kind that lights you up, doesn't drain you. It gives you energy. You get lost in it because it feels meaningful. Yet many people keep lying to themselves, saying, oh, I could never make money doing what I really love. I hear that all the time, and I say, what are you talking about? I know yoga teachers making 6 figures. I know piano instructors making 7 figures. You can't go online today without finding someone crushing it in almost any area you can imagine. The opportunity is always there. The real question is, will you show up in a smart and disciplined way? So yes, getting ahead begins with consciousness, knowing what you deeply, honestly want. Because if you climb the ladder of success only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall, it'll eat at you from the inside. You'll feel empty even with material success, because it's not meaningful to you. You'll never feel like you're truly progressing. Next comes competence. You need knowledge, skill, and ability. No one wakes up suddenly talented. People study, they practice, they grow. When I decided nearly 2 decades ago that I wanted to inspire and coach people, I started reading a book every week on psychology, leadership, motivation, marketing, communication, anything that could help me understand human performance. I wasn't doing it to brag. I did it because I knew that if I really wanted to succeed, I had to study my craft seriously. The great artists, inventors, and creators of the past did the same. They focused on one thing and went deep. Sure, they explored other interests, but they mastered one main area. That's how they became great. So what's your area? What do you need to study and master? Because like we say, where I'm from, the time to get the map is before you enter the woods. But most people just run into the woods, chasing a dream without a plan, without studying the path. They get lost, confused, and discouraged. So study first. Learn from the best people in your field. Understand the patterns, the principles, the best practices, and then practice them again and again. Repetition builds competence. Then comes commitment. To get ahead, you have to raise your level of dedication. If you want 10 times the results, you'll need 10 times the commitment. You'll have to decide what to sacrifice, what to stop doing, and where to place your focus. Real commitment means cutting distractions. Stop pretending you can multitask through 100 things. The most successful people in the world don't do everything. They master one area. If you're spending hours scrolling celebrity gossip or wasting time on meaningless content, you're not committed to your dream. The best performers focus hard. You don't see an NBA legend who's also a world-class tennis player or quarterback. They go all in on one thing. It takes that much focus and devotion to become great. Once you raise your commitment, you'll eventually need coaching. Because no matter how hard you work, there's always a ceiling, a point where you can't see what you're missing. You need outside feedback. Someone to say, hey, try this instead, or you could be doing that better. Most people say, I don't have a coach. And I ask, how many have you actually asked? Often, they haven't asked anyone. They're waiting for help to magically appear. But if you want to grow, you've got to seek out mentors. Early in my career, I reached out to dozens of people, informally learning from them, asking questions, offering value. Now I coach people around the world, but that only happened because I once had the courage to ask for help. So if you don't have a list of people who can guide or advise you, you're leaving your growth to chance. And finally, there's congruence, living in alignment with the best version of yourself. You have to find that spark, that energy, that enthusiasm that makes you feel alive. You have to be congruent with your highest potential. Most people live at the level their mind has told them they're capable of. They've accepted that limit. But real growth begins when you change that story. You must give yourself more credit, dream bigger, and believe that you can become even greater. Don't measure your vision by what you've done in the past. Expand it. Tell yourself, I can become world-class at what I do. I can be a loving, strong, happy, engaged person. When your mind believes that, your actions begin to follow. Your body and behavior naturally align with that higher vision. So decide today, be more conscious, build more competence, deepen your commitment, get good coaching, and live in congruence with your best self. That's how you truly get ahead and live a charged, fulfilled